Hi everyone, this is Jared the Lantern, and I'm here with, we're going to do a collective haul of a few different stores. I didn't purchase enough at all these stores to facilitate a haul video for each store, so I'll just go ahead and do a collective haul from a few different stores. So I'll be doing the 99 cent only store, let's see, Home Goods, Big Lots, and Amazon. Not necessarily in that order, but here we go. So just a few items from each store, and we're going to go ahead and start with 99 cent only store, and this is the first item from 99 cent only. And if there's one thing I need no more of in my life is coffee mugs, but could not pass this one up, so I kind of justified getting it by saying that it's not going to go with my coffee mug collection, but it's going to go with my jack-o'-lantern collection, which now that I can never have enough of. So for those familiar with the 99 cent only store, you can see the jack-o'-lantern faces on both sides. I wish the eyes were kind of like the traditional triangular shape. This makes it look kind of cutesy, but whatever. For those that are not familiar with the 99 cent only store, I think they're only like in California, Texas, Oregon, mostly East Coast, or excuse me, West Coast. And it's kind of like the Dollar Tree, but not really. I think it's better than the Dollar Tree because some of their stuff is really awesome. But their awesome stuff is also not just $1. So the word only in their store name is very, very misleading, but I don't mind paying extra to get, better quality. So that is the first item from 99 cent only store. The second item over here is this and this is of course going to go, I don't go shopping at the 99 cent only store for the haunt, although one item kind of will be placed in there, but this is more for just like small Halloween house decor stuff. And this is a, they call it a nutcracker. It's basically just a wooden statue. It doesn't really, as you can see, it just painted on. It doesn't function as a nutcracker, which is fine. I don't eat too many nuts still in the shell to necessitate a working nutcracker, so I'm good. But and this, like I said, this is one of those items that it's more than 99 cents. It was $2.99. But I liked it. It had a good paint job on here. Like I said, it does not work exactly like Nutcracker. As you can see, the little lever there that would crack the nut is just painted on. But I like the face. It has like a mask, and then he's holding like a little. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a trick-or-treat pail, or he's holding a jack-o'-lantern. But so that, of course, is going to go in my jack-o'-lantern collection. And then the final item from the 99 cent only store is this guy right here. And it's just this horned skull, ceramic skull. Can't really see it on the camera, but it has like a iridescent kind of effect. Now I thought that this would be good, and this is, again, it's a $2.99 item. I honestly think this could have been 99 cents or even $1.99. I'm not sure exactly why it was $2.99, but it was still a cool little piece. This is gonna go probably in the oddities exhibit, not as an oddities piece, just because I could ugly it up a little bit to make it look more weird, but it's just going to go as like a decoration piece. Sometimes when you go to these oddities museums and exhibits, they'll have just like decorative pieces that are not necessarily the odd items themselves, but they'll kind of just be there to decorate the area, and that's what this would be used for. If I have time, I might do something kind of creepy with it to make it more weird, but that's it. These are the three items that I got from 99 cent only. I actually went on a day where they did not have everything out just yet. I'll probably be making another visit. They have some pretty cool items this year, as they always do. I really like their store for Halloween stuff. So let's go ahead and go on to the next store. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get Big Lots out of the way because the items I did pick up were not Halloween. They did have their Halloween stuff out. Honestly, a lot of Big Lots Halloween stuff this year was pretty unimpressive to me. I don't think I'll be buying anything from them this year, but they did have all their summer lighting stuff on sale. And so they had these rope lights, 18 feet clear lights, and they're like that, you know, that tube kind of lighting. And this, you know, kind of spoke a little bit carnival-y to me. What I actually would like to do with this, and if I do end up constructing a PVC Ferris wheel for the carnival section of the haunt, I thought this would be pretty cool to adorn like the edges of it to really make it stand out a little bit more. Better than using just basic, you know, clear Christmas lights that would be a little crooked and a little wonky. So I think this would be better to kind of align it to make it look more streamlined for the Ferris wheel. All their most of their summer stuff is on sale at differing percentages. Their lighting in particular was 50% off, so these were $12 each originally, so I picked them up for $6, which I thought was a pretty good deal for rope lighting. If you buy rope lighting anywhere else, there's gonna be way more than, you know, $6. So got those. If I don't use them for the Ferris wheel, I'll definitely use them elsewhere in the haunt. And if I don't use them in the haunt, I could just use them outside. So they definitely will not go to waste. And those were the only two items that I picked up at Big Lots. Like I said, their Halloween stuff was not that impressive to me this year. So the next store is going to be, if you want to call it a store, is going to be Amazon. I just picked up a couple items. This is a costume. It is a clown costume. Nothing amazing. You know, you don't get the wig, you don't get the makeup, you don't get the gloves, you don't get the shoes. But you do get the bow that's in the hair. You get the, what they call a tunic, which I would just call a shirt. And then you get the tights down here. I do plan on making a lot of like clown dummy props for my haunt in the backyard area of the haunt. And I thought this would look pretty good with one of the masks that I got, which will be in a completely different store haul. And I don't know if I'll use the tights for it, but the shirt and the well, actually just the shirt. The bow and the tights may go to actual cast members of the haunt. But I really did like the shirt. I like the skulls on it. It was super cheap. I can't remember exactly how much it was, but that was one item from Amazon. And then the other item from Amazon was this guy right here. And this is just some creepy, what they call, and there he goes. They call it a mask, which it's obviously not a mask because there is no way you could put this on your head at all. So not exactly sure what they call this mask for. But I got it for the oddities exhibit, just to have like as a mummified head that I plan on putting like in a large jar and then underwater to give it kind of like a creepy effect. The paint job leaves something to be desired. As you can see, like the eyes are just kind of like splotched in there with white. The mouth and the teeth are pretty cool. But what I really did like about it was the detail that was put into the actual sculpting of the head itself. They call it a skull. I wouldn't call this a skull. It has a little too much muscle to it to be a skull. But I really liked all the sculpting that went into the details of like all around. You know, the paint job around the head itself is not horrible. It's decent, and I think it'll look good in the lighting that I have planned for it. It's basically life size in terms of like a regular head size, so it'll have to be a pretty large jar that it would go into. In terms of material, I'm really bad at kind of distinguishing what materials are. It's definitely harder than foam, and it's not as hard as resin. So So it's like something in the middle. I would call it like a very lightweight resin or something like that. But it's very substantial of material. But I thought it was cool. When I saw the picture, I think, I can't remember exactly what I was looking for when I searched on Amazon. I think I was, in fact, searching mummified head, and this is what I came up with. For, I want to say I got it for $11, and it was Prime, so free shipping. I think that's what I paid for it. You know, if you bought something like this at Spirit, they would easily be asking like 25, 30 bucks for it. So I'm happy with the purchase. If it doesn't completely work in the haunt the way I want it to, I'm sure I would be able to use it elsewhere, and definitely in future haunts. So if I do if I do find the link for this item, I'll put it in the description. And now I'm going to end this with one of my absolute favorite stores to shop for during Halloween. In fact, I don't think I even go through the store during the non-Halloween season, but this is from Home Goods. Again, I will get very lucky if I find something specifically for the haunt, but this is mainly just to get stuff to decorate my house throughout the year. And again, this is going to go in my jack-o'-lantern collection. Although there is going to be a section in my haunt this year that I could use a lot of stuff like this. I won't get into it in this video because it hasn't been thoroughly discussed in my head just as of yet. But anyway, even if it's not used in the haunt, I got just 2 items here at Home Goods. And I most certainly will probably be going back because their stuff is awesome. But this is one of those, I call them decoy books. They're just like those decorative pieces. They're supposed to look like books. And they did a really good job making those look like the edges of pages right there. But of course, you open it up, and it's kind of just like a I don't know, just a container for whatever. Let me just turn this around. So here's the front of it with some ghosts and the jack-o'-lantern with the witch hat. It says tricks or treats. The spine of it, I mean, can a spine of a book get any better than just simply saying Halloween? How Halloween is that? And then the back is the same. Let's see. It was $12.99. That is what I paid. I don't, as far as I know, Home Goods doesn't really do coupons or anything like that. For decorative only. Not only does that not make sense, but I don't even think that's good grammar. Because I don't know, are people afraid that they're gonna buy this and expect to read a book? I don't know, but anyway, it's pretty big. It's definitely over a foot tall. And the image just screams like classic Halloween to me. So, and to complement the jack-o'-lantern with the witch hat is this guy over here, which is another jack-o'-lantern with a witch hat. And this is even taller than the book. Let me put it together for you here. So as you can see, the little sculpture here is taller than that one. This is almost about 2 feet tall. As you can see, it says "I light up." Although he doesn't right now because there was no batteries in the battery compartment. He was only 20 bucks, which I thought was a pretty decent price for this guy. As you can see, the battery compartment is one of those that has a little screw. There was no screw attached. And, you know, you try to get discounts whenever you can, folks. I said, hey, there's no screw there. Can I get a discount? And they said no. I was like, all right, well, whatever. So, but I really, really love this. This is totally classic Halloween. Classic jack-o'-lantern face. I wish I had batteries to light it up for you here because I think it's going to look really cool. As you can see, it's hollow in the head, of course. But as you can see, it's also hollow in the hat. So I don't know if that's going to be able to be seen with whatever bulb is used in there. It looks to be just, if you can see in there, I can't even see in there right now. But it's just like a little LED bulb Not sure if it's what color it is, if it's color changing, but this too will go inside my jack-o'-lantern collection. It's definitely too tall to go inside the hutch that I keep my stuff. In fact, that's the hutch right there. It's too tall to go in there, so he'll probably go at the top of the hutch, because as you can see, there's like a open shelf up there. And but I mean, come on, that's awesome. That's totally classic Halloween. You know, the jack-o'-lantern, witch hat, pedestal, lights up. Doesn't get any better than that. And look at the details of the stars and the bats on the hat. So 20 bucks, I was sold immediately. So that is pretty much it, you guys. That is my collective haul for a few different stores. I wish I could have got more stuff at all the different stores to render a haul video for every single store, but I'm happy with the items that I got. And whether they all make it into the haunt or not, I'm not sure, but they will definitely be utilized in my home somewhere. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you like what you're seeing, please like, comment, and subscribe. As always, keep it creepy.